to beat him, I might just have to upgrade him. And that is going to be now. So around 2 weeks ago, I made my own hybrid dinosaur named Steve, going on the whole hybrid dinosaur trend thing that's been happening for the past month or something, I don't know. And thanks to the commenters who corrected me and suggested new ideas for my creation, I'm now going to upgrade him and make Steve 2.0. But before we get into his new Geno, I'm first going to show the Genos that I'm going to be removing. However, I'm not going to show it because I'm getting tired of talking and I'm recording this very late at night. So I'm just going to show some text of why I'm going to be removing him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And as you can tell, I was pretty lazy when I made that video. But here I did some more research, so that way I'll be able to upgrade Steve. Now I'm going to talk about the genos that I'm going to keep. Starting off with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, since it is the largest terrestrial predator that we know of, and it for its incredibly strong bite. And yes, I know it's not the strongest bite force of all time. That belongs to the Megalodon, but it's still good. Next up is the Giganotosaurus, and like I said in the original video, it's used for size, and by size, I mean by length and height. And lastly, I'm going to keep the Triceratops, not only for its weapons, but also it turns out thanks to the frill and horns, it can actually increase its bite force, as shown in Goji Center's video when they were making a better Ultimasaurus. And something I have to be cautious about is trying not to add too many genos, cause if I did, it would have mental problems, much like the Scorpius Rex. And without further ado, let's get into his new Geno. So we'll start off with the Armadillo for two reasons. One, stronger claws, and two, its armor. Next up is going to be the Rhino Viper for it having neurotic venom. I think I pronounced that right. And why this is important is because the venom-resistant species in the Indominus 2.0 aren't resistant to neurotoxins and neurotic venom. So next up we'll go on with the Arapaima, and that is because of its stronger scales. And I know there's probably some other animals out there with stronger scales, but this guy's only purpose is to take on the Indominus 2.0 and some of the others in this trend, so he's not going to be invincible. Next up is going to be the Facilosuchus, so that way most of the time it will be on all fours, but while still being on twos sometimes, very much like the Indominus 2.0, so that way it'll be able to support more weight, again, just like the Indominus 2.0. Next up is the chimpanzee for two reasons. One, it's intelligence, so that way it'll be able to use tools just like the Indominus 2.0, and also for that way it has longer and stronger arms. Next up is going to be the Megaraptor for sharper claws. And last, but certainly not least, the African dwarf crocodile. The same reason the Indominus 2.0. One, for armor on its underside. Two, so that way it will have a thicker tail, just like the Indominus 2.0. And with all that out of the way, say hello to Steve 2.0. His height is staying the same at 20 feet, his new length at 48 feet, and his new weight of 13 tons. He's now able to support more weight with his mostly four-legged posture. He's smarter, and he has more armor. And I also want to thank you all for suggesting new ideas and for correcting me what I got wrong in the last video. And I also want to appreciate the support that last video got, because I was never expecting that video to do so well. And now to Goji Center, Goji Guy, and all the others, once again, let's see what you can do against Steve. And yet again, if you're able to beat him, I'm going to have to upgrade him again.